Have you heard the saying, she has beauty and brains? Well, you haven't seen anything yet. On our very first episode, we have 3 distinguished young ladies who are all from the realm of pageantry. They travel all across the nation and across their state to promote their platforms, all in crowns and heels. This is Real Northeast, Episode 1, the Pageantry Edition. Northeast, the first episode. I am super excited to be hosting a variety show, which is showcasing all the way from Maine down to New Jersey. So there's going to be a whole lot to come within the coming months. But first, I'd like to introduce to you some 3 distinguished young ladies today. And one of them I have with me is Miss Teen USA 2012, Logan West.
Hello.
Logan, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, so tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. My name is Logan West. I'm originally from Southington, Connecticut. I was Miss Teen USA 2012, and I'm currently a student at Pace University in New York City.
Very nice. And what are you doing there at Pace University? Tell us.
I'm getting my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Commercial Dance. So I'm a dance major.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you been dancing?
17 years. A really long time, yes. Yeah, it's been a while, and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything other than pursuing dance, so it just seemed like the right thing to do.
So now when you graduate out of college,
Yes.
Is there a particular studio, a ballet studio, like I know there's American Ballet Theater
Yes.
that's down in New York. Is there any particular studio that you want to join?
Sure, I love ballet, but ABT would not be my thing, but my dream has always been to dance with Ailey, and being in this commercial dance program, so many doors have been open for me, so I'm kind of just waiting to see where it goes, but definitely dancing in a company, and I want to be on TV, so whatever works.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know, as you can see here, there's this beautiful crown. Oh my God, look at this bling. Really?
Some serious bling,
It is. Oh my gosh. So please tell everyone about your experience at Miss Teen USA pageant.
It was the most amazing thing I could have ever imagined. And when I tell you, I honestly had no idea I was going to win. I kind of just went saying it was my first time in the Bahamas. I was going to enjoy myself. So even my mom said to me, like, remember, Logan, like, remember what you came here for? Like, enjoy yourself. But I was on cloud 9 the entire time. And I think really the key was just allowing myself to enjoy the experience. And I was competing. They called top 16. When I tell you, I was shaking. Like, my whole body was shaking. I couldn't stand still. And then they announced me for the top 16. I move up. Instantly, I'm crying. And then I'm so excited. I can't believe anything's happening. They call me for top 5, crying again. And then as they're counting down, like 4th runner-up, 3rd runner-up, I couldn't believe what was happening. I could see my parents from the stage. So every time I kept looking over, I was like, Mom, Mom. And then I'm like, do you see this, Mom? And then let me tell you, actually, the funniest thing is everyone goes crazy about my reaction because I was jumping up and down and screaming and crying, broke my dress. But I was watching my mom the entire time. They called 4th runner-up, and she was sitting in her chair. 3rd runner-up, she was sitting on my dad's lap in a ball, like shaking. And then by 2nd runner-up, I had no idea where she was. And when they got down to the 2 of us, my mom had a beautiful bun in her hair. Her hair was down, like she was sitting in someone else's chair. Like I didn't know where. She was all over the place. She was losing it, but our whole family was freaking out. But it was the most amazing thing I could have ever experienced.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the first Miss Connecticut Teen USA to really bring in the title, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
First from Connecticut, yeah.
Oh my gosh, way to represent.
Thank you.
So now, what are some of the things that you've actually done with your title throughout the entire year?
Yeah, well, my main reason for ever starting to compete in pageants was to promote my platform, Unite Against Bullies Today. I was bullied myself when I was 12 years old and decided to turn that negative experience into something positive by creating a program that would teach students what exactly bullying is and how to stop it. So during my reign, I got to launch my ambassador program, which is now active in 17 different states with 24 different ambassadors.
Wow,
thank you, because I kind of learned during the reign that as much as I wanted to be the one to give the presentations in all these schools, I couldn't actually do it myself all the time. I was a full-time college student and being Miss Teen USA full-time, it just couldn't work out. So the ambassador programs allows students of any age to get involved and really participate in their community and share the program on my behalf. So to date, we've reached over 600,000 students, and that was my main reason for competing. And then I also got to work with a lot of charities that Miss Teen USA has alliance with.
Very nice, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
and so So tell us, how does any student become involved in the ambassador program?
They can visit our website, www.unitedagainstbullies.today.com, or email us at info@unitedagainstbullies.today.com. You just send over like why you want to be involved and who you are, and then we'll write you back. We have a Skype session, just because most people aren't even near me. So we'll have a Skype session that kind of briefs you on what exactly the program is. I'll give you the material to study, and then once you feel like you're comfortable with it, we have one more session. I send you out, and you're ready to go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. So please be sure to visit her website
Yes,
and send emails, and definitely be active against bullying. I know when I was younger in elementary school, I used to get bullied a lot. I used to have the big glasses and the buck teeth and everything, but again, you have to stand up to bullying.
Absolutely.
And it just makes a world of a difference when you have been affected, and you can change someone else's life.
Most
on
definitely.
that. So definitely, that's a wonderful thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
And now, I do have a couple of questions for some of our viewers
I love questions. Okay.
on Facebook, and one is from Eliza Smith. She's a young beauty queen herself,
Awesome.
and she wanted me to ask you, Logan, if you can give one piece of advice to someone being bullied, what would it be? And also, how have you handled your bullying experience as well?
Well, Eliza, my first tip is to tell you to get help. I think that lots of times when people are being bullied, I know myself, I was scared, I didn't know who to tell, and I didn't really know I was being bullied. But when you're hurt and you know that something is happening to you, speak up. You can't get help if no one knows you need it. You're not a tattletale, you're not a snitch. Speak up and get the help you deserve, and in the end, you're not only helping yourself, but all of the people around you. And how I dealt with my situation, it was rough at first, but I have an amazing support system. My family was with me every step of the way, and in all honesty, United Against Bullies Today kind of helped me. I originally said that the program was to help other people, but every time I've shared my story and given tips, it's kind of my way of coping with it at the same time, so coming to terms with what happened to me and then being able to move past that.
Very nice. Well, also, in another question, I'm sorry, I'm like
no worries.
Rambling through my cards. So give us like something fun about yourself. Like, did you have any embarrassing moments while you were in your title as Miss Teen USA? Or
any embarrassing moments? One embarrassing moment was after I won. I came back for the Connecticut pageant to kind of give up my state title, and everyone's in rehearsal, and I'm like walking around. I have to wear my sash the whole time. I'm all dressed up, and I'm going to meet my director for lunch, and I'm walking down the stairs. Now, mind you, every contestant competing is in the room. I don't know what came over me. I missed about 3 steps and full on fell all the way down the stairs. Everyone was like, and my state director goes, "You know what, guys? It's okay. It happens to her all the time. Come on, Lo, come on, let's get up." And I got up, and everyone's like, "Does that happen to you a lot?" I fall all the time. So I think most people imagine a beauty queen always being like perfectly put together and they're so poised and great all the time. And I try, but I'm a little clumsy, and sometimes I bust myself in public. So it's okay. But it happens to the best of us.
Exactly. It always happens to the best of us. And now in pageantry, like, how long have you been competing in pageants? And like, what really inspired you to actually do it?
Yeah, I did my first pageant when I was 5. I was Petite Miss Bristol and didn't do another one until I was 12. But this was my first time competing for Connecticut. And I think I danced with a lot of girls who did pageants growing up, and I just loved the thought of being active in your community and being a role model. And like I said, after I started my bullying program, I really wanted to get it out there. And calling a school to say, "Hi, I'm Logan. I'd love to come speak to your students." They're like, "Who's Logan?" But if I called them, I was like, "Hi, I'm Logan, Miss Connecticut Teen USA. I'd love to come speak." Then all of a sudden, it kind of worked, and I just enjoyed being able to make a difference in people's lives, and I love that. And plus, the bling is an extra.
The bling is all about the
Gotta
bling.
enjoy the bling, yeah.
So now, do you think that having the crown and sash really makes a world of a difference when it comes to presenting yourself to others and really speaking about your platform?
For sure, I think it's a great door opener. It's when you're announcing yourself as Miss Teen USA, people definitely pay attention, but I definitely think it's the girl who kind of finishes it off. The crown can be one thing, but if I come in and I'm mean and I have no idea what I'm talking about and I'm just not fun to be around, it doesn't really make a difference. So I think the crown definitely starts it for you, but it's all about the girl to finish it off.
You know what, that's really good advice for people out there. Now, like, what inspirational tips can you provide for young girls who are actually want to start against pageants, but they're too scared or too nervous?
It sounds so cliche, but in all honesty, you really just have to be yourself. With every pageant I've been in, I've just said that I had to be Logan, and that was it. Because if you change yourself to be what you think the judges want you to be or what you think wins, then you're not really you, and what's the purpose of that? So I think I competed always just saying that I was Logan, take it or leave it, and if it was meant for me, if it was in my destiny, I'd have it. So I pray a lot, so I prayed a lot about what was going on, and I kind of just said, this is Logan, here I am, and I just did it to the utmost and put in the work so that way you have no regrets later on.
Very nice, very nice. And so now we heard in the news, in the Connecticut news, that it's running in the family.
It is.
So now your sister, Sydney West,
Yes.
is now the newly crowned Miss Connecticut Teen
USA.
So how do you feel about that? And you're actually going back to the Bahamas.
It was a lot to handle. When she said she wanted to compete, I was like, oh yeah, great, it's going to be amazing. But the actual pageant, I was more nervous for her than I was for myself. I couldn't take being in the audience. Like, I was sick to my stomach. And I don't know, it just makes me so nervous. It's my baby sister. It's so scary. But I'm very excited. She's picked out her wardrobe for Miss Teen USA, and I'm excited to go back. I don't know, I'm really proud of her, and I'm so excited because she's paving her own way. I think a lot of people compare the two of us and like, oh, it's just like a little Logan, when in reality, Sydney is a completely different person. So I'm very excited for everybody to see who Sid is.
Very nice, very nice. Well, congratulations to your sister.
Thank you.
And again, thank you so much, Logan, for coming on to the
having
show.
me.
Logan is actually from Vernon, Connecticut.
I am, right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Thank you so much for taking the time to see us and talk with us today. Coming up next, we're going to have Miss Greater Rockville Outstanding Teen, Nicole Vasseur, and she'll be here on the show on Real Northeast. Stay tuned.
It's harder whenever there's a bigger group. Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year, I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future.
My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Welcome back to Real Northeast. And today we have another one of our distinguished Connecticut residents who is competing for the title of Miss Connecticut's Outstanding Teen for the Miss America organization. Please help me welcome Miss Greater Rockville Outstanding Teen, Nicole Vasseur. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
So Nicole, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nicole Vasseur. I'm almost 17 years old tomorrow, and I go to Ellington High School. I'm a junior.
Very nice. Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now, when I read on your bio, you said that this was actually your very first pageant.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell everyone about your experience so far.
It was really exciting being in the pageant world for the first time and meeting so many new people, and I really wasn't expecting to win, and so it was a great surprise when I did, and it's been a great experience so far.
Very nice. And what is like some of the things that you enjoyed while competing in the Miss Greater Rockville pageant?
I met a lot of great people, and overall it was a great experience. I really enjoyed the whole day, basically, and the Miss Greater Rockville organization has been really good to me.
Very nice. And can you tell us, you have been crowned in February.
Yes.
So can you tell us, is there anything that you have done so far with your pageant title?
I have been preparing to begin my awareness campaign for my platform, which is Teens Against Distracted Driving. Mm-hmm. And basically with my new title, I'm going to be able to have a more effective awareness campaign. So I'm really excited to get the word out about my service platform.
Very, very nice. And now for your particular platform, Teens Against Distracted Driving.
Yes.
I know that there have been many cases across the United States where there are a lot of teens who are either distracted with the text messaging and things like that. Have you ever experienced something like that? Like, what prompted you to actually have this as your platform?
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 of my friends have been affected by this, and they've gotten into accidents where the person at fault was distracted with their cell phone and texting. So really, it just brought it home and close to me, and I really want to make a difference in this because it's really alarming to see how often you see people driving, looking down while they're driving, and how dangerous it is. It's really alarming.
So do you think that with distracted driving, because I know in the state of Connecticut, they actually have a law that's passed that you cannot use your cell phone at all while you're driving, and you can possibly use a hands-free device. Do you think that if you're under a certain age, like, what is your opinion that people under a certain age or maybe of a certain age should have required to actually have hands-free devices? Like, what is your take on that?
My take on it is that I think using hands-free is still distracting, but I do think it would make a difference if everyone were able or everyone were allowed to use it. I know under a certain age that you can't use hands-free. I really think that it would make a difference if people could use hands-free devices more often, but unfortunately, I don't see that a lot. But I'd like to make that. I'd like to work with the police department to help with that, and I'd like to talk to teens, my age especially, that's why it's Teens Against Distracted Driving, about what they can do to avoid driving distracted.
Awesome. Now, what are some of your future plans being Miss Greater Rockville Outstanding Teen? Do you have any plans?
I just want to get to know the community a lot better. I know I live close. I live in Ellington, so it's always right next door. I want to meet the people, and I want to be known in the community as a positive influence.
Very nice. And now I do actually have some questions from you. We actually asked some of our viewers online on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/Real Northeast. And this question comes from Tish Evans from New Jersey. And she asked me to ask you, what has been the center of your inspiration in competing in pageants? And how, and your second half of her question is, how have you turned those obstacles into stepping stones?
My inspiration was me seeing all the beautiful women on TV and wanting to be like them. They are so admirable and they're so successful, and I wanted to be like that. And I knew that it wouldn't be easy since I didn't know anybody in pageants, so I had to kind of make my own way into pageants. And so I found this local pageant, Miss Greater Rockville, and I basically, with the help of my mom, we decided to compete, and I was successful. So even though it was my first pageant, I paved my way, I guess.
Very, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so putting the crown and the sash aside, what are some things that you like to do outside of that?
Well, outside of this, I like to race go-karts at Stafford Motor Speedway on Monday nights during the racing season. That's my sport. That's what I love to do. And I'm very avid NASCAR fan, so you can always catch me watching some NASCAR races.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been to any NASCAR races down south, or?
Not down south. That's my next stop this summer, I think. I've gone to a lot of the ones up here in the north, and yeah, it's my passion.
That's really cool. I like to
you.
actually watch. I'll be honest with you, once I actually watched an IndyCar race.
IndyCar races are cool too.
Cool, you know.
Yeah.
You get to watch everybody driving. I actually saw when Danica Patrick went.
Yeah,
and
of
it was
course,
actually
Danica.
pretty cool. So I mean, now you like NASCAR, and and Danica Patrick has really paved the way to be like one of the first female race car drivers. What do you think about that? Like, having females on the field with car racing?
You know, it's a male-dominated sport, but I definitely think women have become more prominent in it, especially Danica. She has, I know a lot about her. She's worked hard her whole life for this, so more power to her. It's really cool to see a girl on the track, especially the only girl in the Sprint Cup Series.
I definitely can definitely attest to that. That's very cool to see
impressive.
someone there. It's just very empowering to see women actually breaking barriers
Very
that way.
inspirational for me too, of course, and a lot of other girls I know.
Do you think you see yourself doing like NASCAR racing in the future yourself, or?
I know it would involve a lot of dedication. Right now I'm happy doing what I'm doing and with all the other stuff I have going on, but that would definitely be really cool if it were to be in the cards for me.
Very nice. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for taking the
you.
time to talk with us
Thank you.
today. Greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you later on today performing your winning talent that captivated the hearts of everyone at the pageant. So we're super excited to see you there. And coming up, we also have another contestant who's going to be competing for Connecticut's Outstanding Teen. She's Miss Middlesex County Outstanding Teen, Alexandria Palmer, and we'll see her in a few short minutes.
That's low. That's low and below the top. Seriously. Okay.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
If you have any community events happening around in your town, send your information to realnortheast@gmail.com and we'll showcase it here on the show. Also, be sure to like Real Northeast on Facebook.
And we're back. And now I have another Connecticut Outstanding Teen contestant who's going for the particular title. She is Miss Middlesex County Outstanding Teen, Alexandria Palmer. Thank you, Alexandria.
Thank you for
Welcome to
having
the
me.
show. All right, so now tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Alexandria Palmer. I'm Miss Middlesex County. I'm a sophomore at Middletown High School, and I play the violin, soccer, and I'm actually trying lacrosse this year for the first time.
Very nice, lacrosse. Now, what inspired you to actually want to try that?
Well, it's a new club at my school, so they want people to just get involved and get the word out. And I've always liked lacrosse, so I just said, oh, why not try it, and it'll get me in shape, too.
Very nice, very nice. And now, congratulations on winning your title as Miss
Thank you.
Middlesex County. So now, I know you said that this title was more of an appointed title, correct? Now, have you competed in any other pageants in this particular system or any other systems as well?
I've actually been competing since I was 9 years old. I've been involved with National American Miss, which is an organization with interview, formal wear, and on-stage question. And I also did Miss Planceville Outstanding Teen, and I won that one. I think that was in 2009.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Wow. So now, what is your current platform and within this organization, and what have you done to promote that platform?
My platform is Alzheimer's awareness, and it's very dear to my heart because 3 of my great-grandparents passed away from this disease. And what this disease is, it's a form of dementia, and I saw how my great-grandparents, how they slowly went down from it, and they forget everything, and they didn't even know who I am. So this really made me want to get more involved with Alzheimer's, and a lot of kids my age don't really know about it, so I want to get the word out. Recently, I've raised enough money to get Wii's because they can't really do anything and they can't really go play golf anymore, so they can go play it on the Wii. And I go there and play my violin because I love hearing music and seeing me there.
Very nice. And now, does Alzheimer's, now try to educate some of us out there who are not very familiar with this. Now, Alzheimer's, does it affect people of all ages, or it just affects younger adults or older adults?
It actually affects more elderly people, but some younger people in like their 40s or 50s, they can start developing it, but it's more common for elderly people.
Very nice. And now, if you were given the opportunity, I'm sure that you have plenty of opportunities now that you have a crown and sash on. Do you have any future opportunities that you want to do leading up towards the pageant or during your entire year to promoting that platform?
I actually want to start going to schools and talking to teenagers my age because, again, I said they don't really know anything about it. And an example I try and say is The Notebook. The Notebook, they show how the old lady forgets everything. And that's how I try and tell teenagers my age so they actually listen to me. That's how Alzheimer's is.
Very nice. Wow. Well, we wish you the best of luck in promoting your platform. And I actually do have some questions from some of our viewers online. And first question comes from Miss Debbie Hills. And she says, you play the violin as your talent. Who do you think is the most famous violin player in the world?
I think the most famous person now, personally for me, is this girl named Hillary Hand. She's a little bit older than I am, and I've been watching her YouTube videos, and she's like a violin prodigy. She's just amazing, and I look up to her. And I'm actually, for talent, she played a Bach song, and that's what I'm going to play for Outstanding Teen.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And another question from you. This one comes from Jose Cruz, and he says, what are some misconceptions about pageants, knowing that you have been competing in pageants for a very long time? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think people, they get the idea of pageantry from toddlers and tiaras, but I have never once done a pageant like toddlers and tiaras. There's different ones out there. Like, for example, I only do ones with interview in them. I've always wanted to interview because it gives me, like, for job interviews, I know how to do that, and it makes me smarter. And I've gained so much confidence, and I'm able to talk in front of a big audience, so people don't really understand that, and I try and educate people. Like, even at my school, people think that I'm stuck up just because I do pageants because of what they see on Toddlers and Tiaras, but they always have to remember that it's a reality TV show and that it's scripted.
Very nice. And now, if you had, like, have you had any friends who wanted to try pageants and actually ask you for advice and things like that?
Yes, actually, some of my friends want to compete, but sometimes their parents don't really let them. So I try and talk to their parents and tell them what kind of pageants that I do. And actually, one of my friends, she might be actually competing.
Oh, very nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. And what is it that you like most about pageants? Like, I know that you said that you like the interview portion and things like that, but what have you gained so much from pageants? I know you said you gained a lot of experience in public speaking, but what else have you gained from them?
What else I really like is that everyone that does pageants are usually nice. Like, I met my best friend 9 years ago. Her name's Maya, and we've been close ever since. And I've met just so many amazing people there. It's just an amazing experience.
Very nice. So would you say that, like, pageantry is more like a sisterhood or kind of a club, or?
I think it's more of a sisterhood.
Very nice. Everybody with the crowns and the sashes on at the same time, just glittering. I mean, the bling. Who doesn't like the bling? And I also have another question, just to get to know everyone, to get to know you a little bit more. Give us a story of what really scares you the most.
What scares me the most would have to be spiders. I've always had a fear for them. And one time there was a spider in my room, and it was like that big, and I wouldn't sleep in there for a week. Even though my mom killed it, I get really, really scared of spiders.
I know. I too have a phobia. When I went to Florida, I saw a tarantula sitting right there on the staircase. I would not leave the apartment for anything. I was like, forget that. I don't care. It owns the staircase. I'm just going to stay inside. So I totally understand that. So, Alex, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today. And then we'll see you in a bit for you to play your violin piece. So coming up, we have our outstanding teens coming in and showcasing their talents for you today. So stay here on Real Northeast.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Is there something in particular that you would like to see on the show? Have any ideas? Send them to realnortheast@gmail.com and we'll review it here and maybe even showcase it here on the next show.
All right, you may have seen her in the paper in the Reminder News, as well as her sister, Alexa Farrell, who is Miss Greater Rockville. If you haven't, get the Reminder News and take a read on it. It's the February 20th edition. And here in the studio today, we have Nicole Vasseur, Miss Greater Rockville Outstanding Teen, singing My Heart Will Go On from the movie Titanic.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance, in spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Oh my gosh, wow, what a wonderful performance from Nicole Vasseur. And now I'd like to present our Miss Middlesex County Outstanding Teen, Alexandria Palmer, playing with her violin, Animals from Neon Trees. Oh, what a wonderful performance from Alexandria Palmer. On behalf of Real Northeast, I'd like to thank Logan West, Miss Teen USA 2012, Nicole Vasseur, Miss Greater Rockville Outstanding Teen for 2014, and Alexandria Palmer, Miss Middlesex County Outstanding Teen 2014. I'd like to thank them so much for coming onto the show today. And we'd like to thank all the viewers like you for watching Real Northeast. Until next time, we'll see you then.